said, my name is SLEEVELESS. I'm coming from Jersey. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the last month of my journey as a full-time creative artist, y'all. So I've been doing full-time poetry for about a year and some change now. And I've decided to make the opportunity for myself to support my art better by going through school so that I can get a career. To support my art better. So this is the last couple rounds of shows that I'm going to be doing, so it's an honor and privilege to be here. I appreciate y'all so much, and I'm going to just go ahead and jump into this. The first poem is an oldie but a goodie. I don't really got to memorize, so I'm going to have to read this first one. This one's called Romantic Psychopath.
Oh, shit!
I used to hold the mic. This world is going to test every ounce of good that resides within you. You will be subjected to things that are unnecessarily cruel and will cause you to spiral into everything that haunts you. For example, ex-girl has you shaking hands with the dude she knew would eventually replace you. The most unexpected, mentally murderous states will come in a form as casual as a handshake some days. You go from thinking somebody is a safe space to remembering why you had them walls up in the first place. I went from trying to learn all the ways to show my love for you to finding different drugs to do to combat the overdose of you. People will beg you to show them the ropes, just to hang you with them. I remember the day I realized my tears were too common to validate sympathy. Because after we all integrated someone into our hearts just to be segregated from our bodies, this pain don't even make me special. And now it's my job to go out into this world and be a better person than you were to me. Now I gotta heal so I don't bleed on others despite the motherfuckers that was bleeding on me. Now I gotta wisen up after looking stupid for falling stupidly in love. Somebody's gonna kill all the love inside of you. And then you gotta live with that. Life is gonna clip your wings and time is still gonna fly. And I'm sick of bullshit influencers and their stupid Instagram posts. Sick of goofy ass affirmations and relationship memes from niggas that scheme on your desperate relationship needs. You want a real love, you're not even the real you. You the Instagram girl the internet builds into. I'm sick of shrinking to my smallest version after an attempt at being a bigger person. Sick of only being poetic with mental instabilities and full effect. I'm sick of happiness being the equivalent of writer's block. I'm sick of trauma being the key to the lock. I'm sick of a lie. I'm sick of people telling me that ride or die and then exiting my life and remaining alive. I'm sick of the lies. I'm sick of being a victim turned villain who's been damaging women and pretending not to know how my actions affect their feelings. I hate that my refusal to risk heartbreak has become my refusal to accept love. I hate that this be the type of shit that gets all the views and likes. I hate that my pain gets me features for open mics. I hate everything about me that people tend to like. I hate that nobody prepared me for the loss of someone that is still alive. I hate that people think I have a way with words, when in reality, my ability is to write about my inability to move past hurt. I hate that my phone gets better facial recognition than my mirror does. I hate that the word hate is even considered a strong word. Like, how can hate carry more weight than my fragile mental state? I hate making the bed, or buying food, or loving yourself is so much work. I hate how I always feel like I'm complaining knowing someone else has it so much worse. I hate that people always want me to say something deep, but never ask if I'm drowning. The hardest part about watching people leave is realizing that they never could. And to be honest, for once I just want to be the person that somebody else was scared to lose. I know you never loved me, but you tried. You always had the safest and the softest goodbye. I got two more for y'all. Y'all may have heard this next one I'm about to do. It's called Teacher Boy Cry. It's a poem for men and men's mental health. And yeah, hopefully I don't fuck this up. People think the deconstruction of a man is some loud, violent occurrence, this outpour of bitterness towards the world, when in reality, the deconstruction of a man is a silent film, a common surgical procedure that the world didn't know it was trained to do. The breaking of a boy is the world's quietest, natural disaster. As a man, there is no such thing as being stuck between a rock and a hard place. You either use the stones at rock bottom to build a way out or you get buried by them. Because ain't nobody coming to save you. The whole world is trying to construct you into its perfect little image. And the people around you are the ones responsible for your manufactured masculinity. Some of us are going to make it through assembly, but we need to watch out for our defective counterparts because the whole world is going to use their flaws to define all of us. Luckily, the most effective product is aware of its own shortcomings and tends to destroy itself, given enough time alone with its imperfections. It's a bridge explanation to how you become a man or a monster. Everybody knows what a monster does. Everybody judges the monster. Nobody questions its creator. Some of us are manufactured to make light of this peril, with jokes, if you will. Male comedians or magicians in this way, how they take their pain and airbrush it into something laughable. He, ha, joke about a failed suicide. The crowd laughs, the curtains close, the comedian drinks all the way home. A man's tears are just funny that way. How they have to be translated to be accepted. How they have to be transcribed into an art form to be worthy of observation. That's like a weird form of hate, low key. You gonna be up here embarrassing yourself. I don't know if you can, dude. Well, I mean, I guess we just gonna get back into it. It's a little awkward. So
You killing that shit, bro.
Appreciate it. We just gonna rock with it. I appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll come to the top, whatever it is. Anyway, you good? You feel me? Yeah, we get emotional. A man's tears are just funny that way. How they have to be translated to be accepted. How they have to be transcribed into an art form to be worthy of observation. How you have to bleed artistically to become a worthy topic of conversation. It's funny how we can joke about a man's misery, but nobody taught the boy to cry. But they'll teach him how to fight. Nobody took him in at night, so he doesn't sleep at night. Nobody offers protection to the protectors. Nobody provides the provisions. Nobody looks after the overseer. Nobody's ever tried to guide the man that steers. Everybody judges the weak man. Nobody checks on the strong ones. Only other men seem to know how subtle a difference there is before the transition. Nobody taught the boy to cry, so he would do it at all the wrong time. In the barber chair, getting caskets sharp, remembering the funeral of a failed relationship. In the grocery aisle, breaking down because he's weighed down by the tears collecting in his baggage at a soccer game. Remembering what it was like to be a boy running towards a goal. Most men will only have unconditional love from their mothers, and some of us don't even get that. Most of us have never even had appreciation or respect without conditions and hidden intentions. We don't know what it sounds like to hear, I see you, and I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're here. You really make a difference. Yet the expectation is to constantly be displaying the strength and love that the world is so hesitant in conveying. We're expected to have a thick skin but be judged and returned to a hard shell. The first step in being a man is ignoring the hunger. Yes, boy, you're going to be starved. Starved of attention, starved of affirmation, starved of love, starved of being told that you are enough. Step 2 in being a man is comfortability with replaceability. Because you are only as good as you are useful. You are only as valuable as you are needed by others. And should there ever come a day, boy, when you fail to provide everybody with a smiling face, do not be surprised when they say, all men do is take up space. You are quickly replaced. Step 3 in being a man is overcoming your fear of fire. Because almost everything you will ever try to build will go up in flames. Relationships, careers, hobbies, and yes, you are always to blame. Step 4 in being a man is understanding that by the time you finally get all the right answers, the questions will have already changed, and you might achieve the strength of Herculean fiction, trying to balance the weight of all these contradictions. Be a man, they say. Definition unknown. Description keep changing. We men, so empty, so irritable, so this, so that. We get told we are so much that we understood that who we are ain't even up to us. The blame is always on us regardless. One guilty man's actions requires an innocent man's explanation. Otherwise, you're all guilty by gender association. And there are 4 times as many male suicidal ideations because it's been hammering in our head that we're always falling short of our societal expectations. I mean, just imagine being in a world of hurt. Just imagine being in a world of hurt during a nationwide emasculation season. There's a unique brand of sadness that follows being hated without reason. There ain't no secret why such a high percentage of us attempted to stop breathing. Nobody even mentions the men that have succeeded. As the saying goes, every failure is one step closer to the successful attempt. And there is no such thing as an attempted suicide. A man's soul dies long before his body has a chance to realize. A man with an old soul is just a boy that contemplated going ghost. And for every woman that suffers the same fate, 4 men will follow her to the grave. And I try to hide the stats from the poet because he might romanticize them. He might mistake this tragedy for a love story. He might write a poem and place in the suicide notes that were never left behind because nobody taught me otherwise. So who's going to teach these boys to cry while they're still alive? A man with nothing to lose will do everything as something to take. And a child that isn't embraced by the village will burn the village down. And he will stare as everything that did not love him back contorts and cracks. And he will ease his way into the fire until he finally feels some warmth. Over here. All right, y'all, I got one last poem and I'm out of your hair, I promise. You know what I'm saying? First poem I ever wrote and was proud of, inspired by Rudy Francisco, called Love in 10 Easy Steps. Not a love poem. One. The first thing you're probably going to ask me is how I got these scars, but I'll come back to that later too. Is this better? Oh yeah, y'all can hear me? Should have been doing this the whole time. Just a little bit of feedback. I got somewhere. So it's not doing it. The feedback. Testing. Are we good? This way? That's better? That's better? Oh Lord. We gonna figure it out. Y'all can hear me? Okay, perfect. Alright, last poem, y'all. I'm out your hair. Love in 10 Easy Steps. 1. The first thing you're probably going to ask me is how I got these scars, but I'll come back to that later. 2. There's one girl I was with who would tell me all the time that her worst fear in relationships is betrayal. And unfortunately, my arms aren't long enough to reach into the past and remove the knife she's sticking to my back, so the question left with every day is what was worse, the fear or the reality? Projection is one hell of a way to hide your intentions. 3. Somebody asked me the other day what my relationship with myself is looking like. And how can I explain that my reflection don't even talk to me the same without sounding insane? So I responded, well, it's complicated. 4. It really doesn't matter how much I hit the gym, does it? I will never be strong enough to hold the love I have for you and my garden at the same time. What's eating me alive is that you knew we were not on the same sheet of music, but you didn't stop singing. 5. I get stuck in the same patterns, loving the same person, different bodies, doing the same things and expecting different results. 5. I get stuck in the same patterns when life makes me nervous. I do the same things because of familiarity. It's kind of comforting. If it's going to hurt, at least the pain has the same nicknames. 5. It's pretty hard to break cycles if you're not aware of the patterns. 5. I get stuck in the same patterns. 5. Break the patterns. 5. Break the patterns. 5. Every day, I write a poem called Tomorrow. It's a piece about everything I have to look forward to the following day. I sit at the center of a million white pages that I've written on with white ink, and I wonder how much whiteout I'm going to use today. 6. I think the bravest thing you can do is love somebody with your whole body, to give your whole self openly, comfortably, frantically, anxiously, regrettably. I think the stupidest thing you can do is love somebody. It was a late night, like, what you think a man and his woman is doing this late after open mic type late night? I drove her home. And right before she went inside, she turned and said, I know your name doesn't have anything to do with your clothing. So what does sleeveless really mean? My anxiety was outside the car on the 800 push-up because he's pretty strong. She kissed me really slow. Tell me, please. And now she's a stranger from my best kept secret 7. I'm almost convinced that the only way to have a connection with somebody is if there's strings attached. Maybe the length of your love depends on how fluid your puppet is. My mama said to never fight with a crazy person because from a distance you can't tell the difference. 8. I thought I was smarter than this. Maybe I didn't see it coming because there was nothing to see coming at first. Maybe your intentions were pure up until they weren't. I want to say I love you, but I can't because you won't. I want to say I hate you, but I can't because I don't. I can't hate people. I don't hate you. I hate what you did. I hate how you made me feel. I hate how you didn't care how what you did made me feel. 9. If this only look at 10, so pay attention because I won't say it again. 10. I lied about that last line. Just remember if they did it once, they would do it again. 11. Please. Don't let these butterflies turn to dotted lines. I've been here too many times. I'm not sure I'll survive another trip inside my mind. Let me rephrase. I won't survive another trip outside my mind. No, not this time. Let me rephrase. I won't survive a trip outside my mind if you decide to come back inside. Now, let me rephrase. If you come inside my life at this exact moment, place, and time, and then decide to not reside, then I will kill you before I let you fly in any direction except for mine, because love, by textbook definition, written out by sages getting drowned in the lake of molten lava, infested with piranhas and airlifted by helicopter with a flying pilot just to be thrown overboard and into the sky and shot 1,000 times by a ski shooter named Cupid. His aim always random, reckless, and ruthless. I hit the ground, nearly dead, with a broken heart, misaligned spine, and a sprained leg. I stand and learn to dance despite the bullets. I stand and try to fill these holes in me. I stand and spread this love till I'm complete. I stand and find the strength to speak despite my battered speech, my words to you, should they ever even reach with me. I think I'm in love with you, but I can't survive another unnamed future. I cannot bring you flowers and act like I'm not presenting dead things with a bouquet of pretty, dying things. I cannot give you the world and watch you turn into a snow globe. I want to know how I got these scars. Have you ever had to rip every part of somebody out of your smile? Have you ever had to shed layer upon layer of skin to remove your other half? You ever fall in love with the way they embrace you from behind? Until you realize that's where they did everything? From behind your back, nothing in my life has ever damaged me like love. Falling for somebody who ain't really who they said they was, and I really could have hurt you bad, but I ain't reacted at all. Why does being a bigger person always make me feel small, 0? I want to know how I got these scars. Me too. Thank you.
Woo!
Thank y'all so much. My name again is T Sleeveless. That's T, that's the letter T with the word sleeveless after it.